A few weeks ago, we told you about a local food pantry in need of some financial assistance. The Assumption Food Pantry on Syracuse's north side was in danger of closing its doors to hundreds of families in need. We asked you for your help in making donations to keep the doors open. CNY Central partnered up with local car dealer Billy Fuccillo to help raise money. The Fuccillos have pledged to match every donation to the financially strapped facility between a few weeks ago up until today, up to $50,000. And joining us live this morning, we have Billy Fuccillo and our friends from the Assumption Food Pantry. Thanks so much. And Billy, first I want to ask you, what was it? You saw the story here on the show one morning a few weeks ago, and what really touched you?
Well, I'll tell you, Lisa, I heard you that morning. I woke up real early, like I always do. I watch you, Lisa, first thing in the morning. And I just wanted to point that out in New York. And my good buddy, the boss behind it, Chris Geiger, the general manager down at CNY Central, we teamed up because it really hit me right away. And I know Assumption Church has been around like hundreds of years. It's like a landmark here in Syracuse. And then I saw those people that were in need, and my son called me. He goes, "Dad, did you see that?" I said, "Yeah, I just saw it." He says, "Let's do something right away." So my son, who just opened Nissan here, said, "Go down and get a hold of Chris," and we put something together real fast. And I guess it worked because I got a check here for $50,000. So they must have, from what I understand. Is it true we raised at least $150,000 and moving on northward?
We are.
That's unbelievable.
Moving on north. So when you got this call from finding out that Billy Fuccillo wanted to help you, what was your reaction?
It was incredible. Everybody really couldn't believe it at first. And everyone was extremely overjoyed because it meant we could stay open at least for another couple months.
And talk about, you really wanted the community to be part of this. You didn't want, you know, it would be easy for you just to write a check, but you wanted other people to get involved.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say, Lisa, you know, thank God CNY Central brought it out to the forefront, because a lot of people like to get involved, but they don't know about a lot of things, and you brought it to their attention. And I know there are a lot of people, I made a couple calls right away. A lot of guys kicked in big, like Carroll's Corporation. You had Sun Auto Warehouse, Todd Caputo up there kicked in big. Kerner Ford, Federico's Auto Body, Sam's Auto. A lot of car guys got right involved, and it just led the way. And thank God we put it together real fast, thanks to you and CNY Central. And you know, people in Syracuse, that's the way they are. If they know about things, they're going to get involved. And it's really important in the community that we don't only talk about the bad things going on, the drugs and the killings, but we talk about things like this that we can do something about. That's what's really important. So it's my pleasure, along with my son and the 1,400 employees here at the Fuccillo Automotive Group, to give this check for $50,000. And we continue much success, and all the work you're doing really helps the community.
Well, thank you so much. This is so kind of you. And I just have a couple other questions. This is our general manager of CNY Central, my boss over here. Great man, wonderful guy,
Thank you.
Chris Geiger. Can you talk about, what did this mean to you to be involved in something like this?
Well, you know, Billy says he gets up early, and he saw this story. He did get up early. He called me at 6:30 in the morning.
Wow.
And he says, Geiger, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And he called me again at 7:45 to find out an update. And he was in the studio cutting a promo at 10:30. So you know, Billy's been very generous to this community for a lot of years. But what it tells me is that, you know, this community responds to this kind of thing. You know, they always do, time and time again. We ask them to contribute, and we ask them to support, and they always do. So it tells me.
So what is the future now for the food pantry with all this help that's come in?
Well, we plan to remain open indefinitely, as long as we have the support of Central New York and Mr. Fuccillo. We'll be open for many years to come, serving all of our neighbors on the north side.
All right. Well, Billy, thank you so much. And thank you so much to all of the kind people out there. We know that times are tough right now, so thank you so much for your donations. We hope that everybody has a wonderful holiday. And you have to say it before we go. Right?
Well,
Check is.
what is it, guys? Huge!
Thanks so much. Stay with us. We will be right back.